Today, we're gonna put the brake lines on the front of my F600 me-haul truck. Stick around and watch it.
I mean, that thing, you can't get much better than that. That thing, that looks good.
Some more fish.
Now I'm done for the day. Just gotta clean up my mess.
All right, the first thing I want to do is spray everything down with some PB blaster, whatever the heck this is called. I don't even see it saying PB. It's Big Shot Industrial Blaster. It says by PB, so we're gonna shoot down all the stuff that needs to come off, because I don't like my knuckles being busted. And we're gonna take these brakes off, all these components, put the new ones on, get this front end buttoned up before we do the brake thingies. I got the shocks too. All right, so before I can get that one nut loose, I gotta take the brake line off it. So we're gonna cut the hose, because I ain't saving it. I got brand new ones. There ain't no bringing this brake line back. It was about stopped up anyways, old. It's amazing how the PB blaster gets up inside there. All right, got the new wheel cylinders. What are you guys doing falling down on the job? I was just double checking, making sure they're the same ones. They are. I put my old man glasses on, it's too close. Tight one there. Yeah, she's kind of froze up. Not too bad. It's moving. We'll take it to the vise. All right, let's see if we can't free this thing up. The one side wants to turn, but it's real stiff. I haven't even tried the other side yet, so let's put it in the vise and see what happens. I mean, it turns. I think all we gotta do is clean it up some. Been many a year. Yeah, it's like real gummy feeling, the grease that's in it. Oh yeah, that takes the gunk right off of it. Little shim bearing washer. I want to make sure that this backside is clean and lubed. And it's full of trash. Let me get this other master cylinder, wheel cylinder, and check it. It's supposed to be the right one. And it's not. All right, the old brake line is correct. So that means my wheel cylinders are right, my new brake lines are wrong. All right, I'm back from the auto parts store. And what I got me was one of these. These are from their brake aisle. You have to go way in the back. They don't sell these up front. And this will adapt it. So let me get these put on. The good thing is my washer didn't come with the hose. It came with the brake cylinder. So it should fit. And it does. All right. Now let's put this thing back on. All right, so I'm gonna take a different route. I'm gonna come right here, go over, go here, and go straight up and do a nice curly curl in front of the master cylinder. It's gonna go straight up through here. This will modify later because we're gonna be changing the hood anyways. I can't go the same direction we had it originally because it would go down and around behind this and over to a block that went to the hydrovac system. So this is going directly to the front, so we're gonna strap it right here, go over, and then up, and curly curl to the master cylinder, and we'll anchor it right to this here bolt with a nut and a thingy. Sounds like a good plan to me. So I got it coming out of the clamp. It's just loosely threaded right now. Bends over, bends up, and we're gonna strap that thing right there. We'll put some hoses around it so no vibrations. Now let's get up and hook it to the master cylinder up there. Should be right up above it. See it? Coming up through that hole. That thing, you can't get much better than that. That thing looks good. Okay, I kind of messed up, but we got it fixed. The brake line I made is the big stuff, which is for the back, and the little stuff is for the front. That's because the fittings that come out the front of the proportioning valve takes a little skinny one, and there's no room to drill it out for the bigger line. So what we're gonna do is put this one on. So I made this thing, just bent it up so it'll fit, Plus it looks better because I bent it up outside. And we'll get this one on, and it should be no problem. When I looked at the brake lines that came off the front originally and the hoses, it was just like a little pinhole. That's all it was. So the front brakes must have always took a smaller line. So we got this one bent up, and that might be all we're gonna get today, but we're gonna hit at it first thing in the morning. I only got about a quarter of a day on this truck. So for a quarter of a day, did pretty good. That's a good looking brake line right there. Let's get this thing on there. I think my wife's got some supper.
So we can fish this thing down through there. All right, so we got the new one on there. That looks pretty good. We'll get that strapped up. First, we're going to get it bolted in.
Water's starting to warm up. My fish. Big 2.5 footer is over there. My koi mark. Named after my son. Even little baby ones in there. All right, it's the next day, and it is beautiful out. Beautiful out. I got my fish are up there eating, and so I'm not gonna mess around. I learned my lesson yesterday on some of this stuff, like I made the brake line that I didn't need to make. And so today, we know what to take off, how to take it off, and what not to mess with. And so today, we're gonna do cutting first thing, get that garbage out of the way, and put the new stuff on, because not messing around with it. Not messing around with it today. We're gonna knock this thing out. All right, so the first thing I wanna do is I want to get this brake hose out of the way. We're just gonna cut it. Then we're gonna cut this bolt, cut it all the way back to the connector, because I fiddled around with some of that stuff and it wasn't gonna come loose. And there's no reason to save this brake hose because it's collapsed and it's not gonna be going in the direction I want it. So we're just gonna cut it out of the way. That hose is plugged right up. I mean, there ain't even a hole hardly in it. This side's loose, this side's tight. Take it inside and fix it. All right, I started bending the brake line, and it's actually sitting up on top of here right now.
But what I did was I took an estimate over to here, and this ridge is the same as the ridge that's out there. Don't need that. And I came up with the measurement from here to there and made a kick and go towards the master cylinder. And so what I'm going to try to do is get this line in here. I'm not sure how good it's going to look, but we're going to get it to come down through this hole and come up underneath here. I should probably put some electric tape on it so I don't get trash in the line. Here it is, actually, right here. So it's just sitting up there. That brake line out there. Almost there. Coming down here, I want to bend it around this area here. It's kind of hard because I'm leaning over the motor. Let me put you down somewhere. I'll get it done. All right. The brake line now is bent around the firewall bend and comes out over here. I'm going to bend it up and about over and come around and hook it into here somehow. All right, so I got the line bent. I didn't use the bender this time. I'd used the bender on all the other ones. But I just couldn't get the bender back in some of these spots, and I'm in a tight spot here. It looks like I got a lot of room, but I'm up inside the motor here. And we got this, goes up and around, goes around that thing, the hump, comes out and goes down, and now we're gonna put it into the brake line and clamp all this stuff down. It's not looking too bad now. Got plenty of slack for travel. My line's bent. I'll use this bolt right here for strappage. It goes straight up and curves and gets on top of this lip, and it goes down. If you can see it through there. But it will, if it ain't, it's going to. Got the brakes on. I think now it's time to put those shocks on. What do you think? Because it's harder to do when the tires are in the way.
All right, now it's time we put some shocks on this thing. And I would say you can use some shocks. So I went through the Ford publication for the truck, and there's a, you can look it up online, and it has to do with all the parts, everything. I mean, everything that has to do with the F600, the type of engines, the rear ends, even the little metal plate on the door. It goes through all that stuff on there, the numbers, and it tells you exactly what each one is for the year of your truck. So there's no question. So when I looked up the publication for the shocks, lo and behold, this is the shock it told me to get. The Monroe Magnum. And it's a 66 860 black paint. So all I did was go on eBay and type in that number. I didn't type in Monroe or anything, just the 66 860, and hundreds of these shocks popped up. And I just clicked on the lowest price and had them shipped. Oh, here comes my puppy. What you doing, girls? Come here. Are you Daddy's good girl, huh? Come here, Polly. Just Daddy's good girls. Daddy's good girls, yes. Okay, go play. Go play. You too, yeah, go play. Daddy's working. Trying to work. All right, let's get these things on. That's not good. The wrong part came off. Shock's still in good shape. Goes up and down. All right. All right, so taking the nut off, stripped all the threads off of this. So what I'm gonna do is cut that off and weld me a bolt on there, proper length.
So we'll cut the bolt off right back at the end of the threads and weld it on to the end of that shaft. Junk. Alright, I'm back with a real grinder. This is my old Skill. Had that thing for years. Even my Harbor Freight one is better than that Milwaukee piece of junk. Maybe it's just a bad one, I don't know. As soon as you put a little bit of load on it, she dies. Oh, your batteries are weak. Batteries ain't weak. This Harbor Freight Hercules is the best grinder I got. I'm not lying. It's the best grinder I got. Oh yeah, we got the heat on. Alright, we'll let that one cool and we'll start on the bottom. Maybe we'll have trouble there too. That's one shock on. Let's hope I don't have the problem with the other side. right, so now we're going to adjust the brakes on the front here. The other one is already right. When I checked it, it was rotating. It was already dragging, so it's good. It might be a little tight, but we'll be good. Once the brakes seat in, it'll be fine. So I already pulled the rubber stopper out right here, and on the right side it's a right side rotation, on the left side it's a left side rotation. Same thing with the lug nuts. The lug nuts are right side right way tighten, left side tighten, lefty tighty. So let's rotate it. See, they're not dragging. So you just use a big screwdriver. That one's a little too big. And you feel the gear in there. And you hear it clicking. The reason why you want to tighten them or get them rubbing is because when you first press your brake pedal, it's going to be really spongy, and it takes a long time for the slack adjuster in there to I start to hear it now, to tighten the brakes up, and it only does it in reverse for some reason. These little rubber guys can be a pain in the butt to put back in. Sometimes a little looby-dooby on them will help. And that's how you adjust the brakes. On the back, it's a little different. You got two slack adjusters on it, but it's still left. On the left side of the truck, it's left way tighten it. On the right side of the truck, right side tighten it the same way. So on the bottom one, I would go the same way as I just did here. On the top one, I would go the opposite, because you got to imagine it rotating all the way around, because the brakes are the same, they're just opposite on each side, or something like that. It's on the other side. Man, I got a mess. Should I get the wheels on? Yeah. Let's get this bad boy on its wheels. I got new wheels coming. Well, they'll be ordered this week. Brand new white Steelies. I was gonna put aluminum ones on there, but you know, I think white Steelies be classic looking, and I'll put the 1.5 inch metal caps on it, and maybe a little chrome. I don't know. We'll do something to make it look classic, because it's a classic truck. It's the me-haul truck. Ah. Oh, my back is killing me. Should I or shouldn't I? Oh, now my dogs are barking. Oh. I gotta get up. I'm laid down and I can't get up. Alright, different way. Maybe I should get the trash out of here while I'm laying down.
Don't laugh, Preston. He's always laughing at me. Oh my goodness, I can't get up. Perfect. We'll probably drive it a good 10 to 15 miles, and then we'll recheck the front wheel bearings. We'll just recheck the tightening on it. Give me a second. I'll get up. Still trying to get up. Oh. All right, so the way you adjust these wheel bearings, it's fairly simple. After you pack them, you got to squeeze the grease through them because it won't seem like it's tight, and it'll actually be loose if you adjust it the regular slack way like you do a car. So what you do is you take the bearing to a close to about 100 pounds, spin the wheel 2 or 3 times, back it off, take it pretty tight again. You don't have to go up to 100 pounds the next time, maybe 50, 70 pounds. And then you don't have to use a torque wrench, it's just got to be real tight. A lot of people use torque wrenches. The DOT specs says torque wrench, 50 pounds, back it off a quarter turn. Drop your pin through it. So that's what it is. But you gotta spin it each time. All right, let's get these wheels on here. Oh, my back. Oh, I believe I'm done. All that I got done today, and I forgot to put the outer seal on the thing. I found it on the ground. I thought it was stuck to it. Let me put that on real quick. My sun's going down. Gotta hurry up. I got a big mess to clean up. Forgot to put that on. Now I'm done for today. Just gotta clean up my mess. All right, that's gonna be it for this episode of Fixing Things. Time to turn out the lights, shut the door, go take a really, really hot shower because my back is killing me. I don't know why this thing's jittering. All right, that's going to be it for this episode of Fixing Things with Pastor Bill. If you like the content that you're seeing, please like and subscribe. And I'm beat, but I got a lot done. The brakes are done on the truck. All I got to do, next week we're going to be bleeding the brake lines, putting the antifreeze back in it, and starting that baby up and driving it around. And maybe a few other things. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. God bless each and every one of you. It's going to be driving. God bless you.